Oh yeah, back at Universal Studios Hollywood and starting the journey off in the Jurassic parking structure, the most exciting structure of them all. You know what I've noticed? Because I'm a crazy person and I notice a bunch of different things in theme parks. Okay, so these are the old lights, right? Look, they have some new ones. And I'm wondering if they are like way more energy efficient. So in the long run, that'll save the company some money. So there you go, there's your parking structure update. New lights in the parking structure. I know, huge update. And that's the video. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. No, just kidding. We're gonna head inside the park and check up on the coaster. And look at this, it is a very cold and gloomy SoCal day. It's sprinkling outside. I was not expecting the rain on the forecast. I was expecting the fog because when I woke up this morning, I checked and it was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be foggy. But it was raining on my way over here. So there you go. I'll take it. I like the gloomy weather. We need the rain a lot here in Southern California, so that's a good thing too. Again, like I pointed out in the previous Universal vlog, this is allegedly the site for a new hotel. According to an article from KTLA 5 News, yeah, hotel is happening sometime in the future here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and I think it's going to be a good idea. I think that would be a smash hit for Hollywood. I love the hotels in Orlando, and I'd be curious to see what the hotels are going to be like here in Hollywood if they go through with this plan. They could build a couple new hotels by the time the summer games come to Los Angeles. But that's pretty much all the excitement here at the parking structure. Let's head to City Walk. And let's check up on the City Walk additions and then eventually make our way inside the park and hope that it doesn't downpour because I did not bring an umbrella and that would not be good. I'd have to end the video early. I do not want to do that. I want to continue the journey to check up on a few of the updates. And yeah, then maybe we'll do a couple laps around the park. Mainly going to be focusing on the coaster though. Crowd check, and as you can see, it's either going to be very slow today or everyone's already in the park. I'm not really sure. No one's dancing around in the fountain, so that's a good indication right there that the park is not busy. No, actually, it's just too cold for that kind of stuff. I mean, maybe there'll be some brave people later on today that'll run through it, but definitely not me. And also, be careful on this. This is like glass, and you do not want to be ice skating like I am right now. So no running, because cracking your head open would not be good, especially for the holiday season. King Kong would be very disappointed in you if you decided to do that, because I don't know if he can help you. There's only so much he can do. And he's focusing on just trying to get a bath right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's cleaned himself off, so no running, because King Kong's not going to help you. And before I forget, hello everyone, my name is Dylan, and thank you so much for tuning back into another Theme Park Obsession video. It's going to be a good day at Universal, and I'm really excited to check up on the coaster. So without further ado, how about you and I dive right in? We're still working on Insomnia cookies. We're going to have to give those a try when they open up. And of course, Line Friends is being worked on as well, and I finally figured out what this was. So thanks to those that helped me out down in the comments below in the previous Universal video. And just like that, I've made it through security successfully. That was super easy. Look at this, the fog is like hanging because it's cold. It's like Halloween Horror Nights all over again. Yeah, and because of the rain, the red carpet is not rolled out. So if you are coming to the park on a rainy day, and you want to take some pictures, well, you're not gonna get the red carpet, unfortunately. Made it in the park. Yeah, there's not too many people up in the front right now, but there are people in the park. Like it's one of those like middle ground things where it's not slow, but it's also not slammed right now. There's people enjoying Grinchmas right now, and there's a few people walking over to Pet's Place, and then some folks heading this way or in the Power Up Cafe. So yeah, it's not too bad right now, and I looked at the wait time board, and it was like 20-30 minutes for a lot of attractions. So overall, not too bad attraction-wise either. And look at this, the line for the Grinch is not too bad. Last time I was here, it was like all the way over here. That's like easily an hour wait. So today I would say it's probably 30 minutes, so it's not too shabby. Okay, we've made it to the Lookout for the Fast and the Furious roller coaster. Oh yeah, look at all of the progress. There's so much happening. And again, it's nice to wait a week because then we have things like this happen. Look at this. Brand new piece of track has shown up. Let me zoom in. Hold on, everybody at home. Hold on. Boom. Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Again, the track gauge on this thing, it looks very big. Bigger than, you know, Velocicoaster or Hagrid's, anything like that, or, you know, something that's more recent at Magic Mountain, like West Coast Racers. This looks way bigger than that. And we did get a rendering of what the coaster train is going to look like. And it looks to be 4 cars per train. And they're different types of cars. So that's cool. It fits with the theme. I'm going to zoom back out here. Hold on, everybody. Make sure to tug on those yellow straps. Boom. Yeah, so the rendering looks cool. I'll find the rendering and I'll throw it up on the screen so you guys can see. But overall, yeah, really good progress this week. The scaffolding is still down on the building over here. The main show building that will hold the queue, the maintenance bay, and then of course the load and unload. But new this week, we have some of the moisture resistant paneling going up on the far end closest to the footpath. But going back to this piece of track though, yeah, that is so cool. And how random. I was not expecting a piece of track to go up in this spot right here, because the last piece of track work they were doing was over here. They're just about to start this bunny hop over the fire road and down into the valley here, which I think is connected to this. So it'll go up and then over the road. But that was the last bit of track that they were working on. So this kind of came out of nowhere. I was thinking that they were going to maybe add the piece right here. They're not going to go over the fire road just yet because they still have to have equipment go up and down the road to access the show building. But maybe a piece that's like right up against the road. That's what I was expecting, not this. So this is kind of cool. And it goes to show that we really don't know the order of the pieces at all. It's kind of just, I feel like something shows up and it's going to go anywhere, at least as far as we know. Obviously the crew members that are building this thing and the manufacturer that's building it know exactly what's coming in. But as far as us, yeah, it's just random. And what's crazy, at the time of making this video, it's Christmas Eve. So again, shout out to everyone that's watching right now. I hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday season. But I was not expecting people to be working today. I thought there was going to be nobody on site. Their crews are taking the day off. But no, Universal's paying that golden hour OT because there are some people on site today working on some concrete. They're working on, I think, some columns over on the far end. And there's a lot of crew members up here in the show building. So that's cool. That means that Universal's like, you know what? No, let's pay them what they need to get paid and just have them work to get this thing done as quickly as possible. We have a deadline. We have until 2026 to get this thing up and going. I mean, they have a long testing period too. I'm sure this thing is going to be going through a very extensive testing period. So it's really nice to see crew here. So shout out to all the crew members working on this Christmas Eve. You guys are all amazing. And it's just cool to see this much progress happen this quickly. Here's a slightly closer view of the massive new track piece that has gone in. And it is really large because look at how many support columns it's sitting on. It's sitting on 3. So I wonder if when the next piece goes in, it'll take up these ones right here. So there's this one and then this one right here. Wonder if that'll be like one big giant piece. That'll be another 3 because it'll be connected to the one right there on the end. But yeah, I love it. And by the way, I really like the color of this roller coaster. It's definitely the same color as Velocicoaster, if not maybe a shade lighter. I love that like dark gray color. It looks so cool. And then here's a closer look at the section that we had talked about in the previous video, how the scaffolding came down. And I'm thinking they took that down on purpose, maybe just to look at the brickwork that's going in. And then eventually here in the next couple weeks, maybe after the holiday season, the scaffolding will go right back up so they can finish out that facade. But on this side over here, closest to the turnaround after the brake run, look at all the brickwork that is already complete. So I would not be surprised in the next 3 or 4 weeks, this section of scaffolding comes down as well, revealing an almost finished product. And then panning over just a little bit more again, there's that purple sheeting. That's like the first layer that goes up before they start putting up that layer, and then eventually the brickwork. It's also looking like the drive tire motors are not connected just yet. They're still working on those. I don't even think the tires themselves have been showing up just yet. I can't see them from here. Maybe as we get a little closer to French Street. Oh wait, no, there's some right there. There's a couple tires. So maybe they're just starting to install those, and then eventually they'll hook all the electronics up. And then panning over to the brake run, it looks like the brakes are not yet connected either. Still a little early for that. Going back to the main part of the layout, also noticing this new building that has popped up, and we'll get a better view of that when we go over to the escalator side. We'll get a nice view of whatever they're building right there. And it might be some infrastructure for the launches that are gonna be on this coaster, because remember, there's gonna be a few of them. There's gonna be one right here, you can tell just from the straightaway. There's gonna be, there's one up at the top that we've already seen, and there's gonna be another one down over here, which is the next section of goodies we're gonna talk about. You can see a crew member down there working on some concrete. And yeah, these have all popped up just recently. These are all footings for, I'm assuming, the retaining wall and also the coaster track. So I think the coaster track gets really close to that retaining wall that they're working on as well, which I believe is another launch section, because we have to launch, hold on everybody, we're gonna have to launch all the way to, right here to here. So that's gonna take a lot of power to get up and into that stall. Again, I'm thinking we're gonna be traveling 60 or 70 miles an hour. This is a huge elevation change. And yeah, I think the launch is gonna be right over here. We're gonna come out of the inversion into another launch really quickly, and then boom, into this stall over the fire road and into the final elements of the coaster before we hit the brake run and back into the show building. And you can see this footing right, or this support column right there is pretty darn close to this one. So yeah, I'm thinking the track is gonna go right there. And then also I've noticed that this little guy came in just recently. He's the newest member of the support column family. But yeah, you can also see crews have dug out that rebar that has been buried. It's been in the ground for a while, because remember, a long time ago they were like sticking all of those in the ground, and they covered them up for the longest time. But now, War of the World style, they're starting to emerge out of the ground, and eventually they'll have some concrete and then support columns like that over there, which is still looking the same, by the way. It hasn't changed from the last time I was here, and that column is still being staged over by where those porta potties are. So I'm thinking that's gonna go like maybe right there, and it'll kind of rise up a little bit taller. That's gonna be a fun section of the coaster, by the way. That is the turnaround. You can see the direction of travel, how steep we're gonna go down into this little valley, and then into the launch section, which will be right here, and then again right into the stall towards the finale. So cool. And I'm loving that addition this week of the track out of the blue, random. And I'm hoping that we see some more in this section. That'd be kind of cool, because for the longest time too, I've been wanting to see what the profiling is like, and we're getting an idea of what the profiling is like, and it's looking amazing so far. And another thing I'm also wondering, since this is going to be a spinning roller coaster, this is not a free spin, this is going to be a controlled spin, so we're not going to be going too crazy. But which direction do you think we're going to be facing? Do you think we're going to be facing up, or do you think we're going to be facing towards the ground? I'm thinking we're going to be facing up and towards me, because I don't want any sound to go towards the studio. But there's also going to be a retaining wall here, because we could see those foundations right there. So I don't know. Go ahead and comment down below. Do you think we're going to be facing up or down? Comment up or down, and that way I'll know what you're thinking. Oh man, this ride's gonna be so much fun. This is gonna be so darn fun. Okay, let's move on. Let's continue the journey towards French Street so we can get a better look at the show building, and then eventually make our way to the escalators. And then yeah, I'll probably do a lap around Wizarding World, maybe go downstairs. Oh, we have to check up on the side of the hill, because they're working on the side of the hill for the Mystery Cotton Candy project. There's a few more things to talk about. Yeah, they got the water turned on today, and no one's playing in it because it is way too cold. I wonder if they heated the water and they advertised that they heated the water, if people would play in it. That is a question I have for everybody. Would you play in the water if it was heated, like to like 90 degrees, right? It was really warm. Would you play in the water? I still wouldn't do it because then I'd be like, well, I need to change of clothes. I'm not gonna run around in the water right here. A lot of people enjoying the Minions Cafe, which by the way has the new Minions Tots, like in Florida. But yeah, let's make our way through French Street. You know, let's walk over here to Parisian Courtyard, because I always love pointing out how Halloween Horror Nights Haunted House fits in this location. It's so crazy. Yeah, a big giant Halloween Horror Nights Haunted House sits right here. And I would assume in the next like 5 months, they're gonna start construction on another one, which is crazy to think. Oh yeah, we love to see purple, and it's showing up everywhere on the exterior of this building. Like I mentioned before, not seeing any hookups for the drive tires over here or a lot of the tires themselves. There's one right here, so that's good. It's lonely though. I feel bad for it. I hope that its friends show up very, very soon, because I'd hate to be a lonely drive tire, just sitting waiting for some friends to show up too. Zooming in a little bit here, and yeah, you can see there's still so much work that needs to be done on the interior space, and that's where most of the action has been happening as of late, because of probably the laundry list of what needs to be done. I can only imagine how much needs to be done on the interior to eventually get to the finish line. And then on this side of the building, closest to the entrance of Simpsons Land, that purple sheeting is showing up over here as well, so that's really nice. Again, the progress is amazing. They really are working so fast and furious on the new ride. I'm gonna start making my way over here to the lower lot. And look at this, the wait times are not that bad. 10 minutes for Kung Fu Panda, 10 minutes for Ollivanders, 15 minutes for Jurassic World, 20 minutes for Forbidden Journey. Mario Kart's temporarily closed, it's okay. And it looks like the longest wait in the park is Transformers. Maybe because it's indoors and it's kind of warm in there. But it's, yeah, for a holiday, it's not that bad. I can't wait to see the track go in over the escalator. That's gonna be so cool. I'm thinking this is all gonna happen overnight. I don't think it's gonna happen during the day because of, you know, the dangers of that. But once it's installed, how neat is that gonna look? That's gonna be a fun element. Going over this thing and then boom, right into the dive before the final inversion. And checking up on this side, it's looking like it's not seeing any changes this week. It's just kind of looking the same. Still waiting on some more track pieces to go. And they could probably install one right here and be fine, but maybe they'll just do this all overnight if they can, and do what they, you know, this is probably 3 pieces, probably 1, 2, 3, or this is 1 piece right here, 2, and then a 3rd one, just depending on how big the sections are. I'm trying to see how big this piece of track is. Now this one's kind of small, so yeah, it could be 3 or 4. I'm not really sure. But look at this, the development continues. Looks like a new retaining wall has popped up. Concrete has been poured, so I'm sure this is all just curing. And look at how close it gets to this track. I mean, this section in general is just so close to the ground. It's gonna be fun to see, you know, what that's gonna be like when we're on it, and also what direction are we gonna be facing. Don't really know what this is though. I wonder if this is for maybe some more infrastructure for launch sections. You know, this could be some electrical, or it could be some theming, or it could be part of the queue, because the queue is going to be all right here. This is probably all extended queue, because you know this thing is going to have an insane line. But I have a feeling we're going to find out here very, very soon in the next few weeks. But let's get a little closer. Again, I love this inversion. This inversion looks so sick. And it looks like they've kind of completed some concrete work here as well. Don't really know what's going on over here when it comes to the finished product. Not really sure if that's going to be queue or exit or maybe a lookout. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Making my way down the stairs, and I'm trying to be very, very careful, because this is another slick thing. Be very careful walking up and down the stairs if you're choosing to do that at the park when it's raining, because you will fall. And I've almost done it before. Ooh, there's a ladder right here, so I'm wondering if they're doing some track calibration. So they'll do that once the track is installed. Sometimes they'll climb the rest of this and just make sure everything's supposed to be where it's at. Now, there aren't any crew members on this side of the project, and I'm thinking some are already starting to go home. It's almost 3 p.m. on this Christmas Eve. So yeah, some folks are probably just heading home. But it is pretty crazy that people were working in the first place today. That's awesome. That's a good sign. They want to get this thing done. Let's continue the journey down here a little bit. There's still this big footing that hasn't been touched, and I'm thinking that's for maybe another wall or something that's going to go up to help block sound, or it could be for the eventual glass paneling that'll go up on this thing to help with sound. So we'll be keeping an eye on this section because this thing is massive. Look at how huge that is. I mean, the entire project is huge. This is not a small coaster at all. Okay, I've made it to this side. Let's take a closer look at this little building right here. Hold on, everybody. Zoom, 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 zoom. That was an insane zoom. I hope everyone is having a good time with those. But yeah, this new little building popped up. And this might house some electrical for the launches. I don't know if this is a bit of theming. I think if that's theming, we wouldn't even see it on the coaster. So I think this has to do with just the electrical that is required for this attraction. But that popped up very quick. Like within a week, that was already starting to get put up. So really good progress here. And as you can see, they've pretty much finished a lot of the retaining wall. It's all smoothed out, just like it is in the upper deck. I'm gonna slowly zoom out here. Just hold on, but yeah, it looks more like these sections now, which is cool. And I'm wondering how many more of these walls we're gonna see. Like there's one over there, right? There's one going in over there, which dang, look at that piece of track. Isn't that like awesome? That will eventually go right here and then up and then over the fire road to connect to that one over there. But besides the wall on the far end closest to the parking structure, I wonder how many more we're gonna see. Only time will tell. Glamour tram action. I'm so happy that the glamour trams are still a thing. I hope they keep them around for a long time. There's only a couple of them that traverse the course. I believe the rest of them are just the electric ones. And we still have some crew doing some concrete work, which is cool. There's a few crew members up there. And I'm not seeing anybody else. Oh no, there's still some crew members way off in the distance working on those footers that we had spotted earlier. Overall though, this is looking fantastic. I can't wait to see more track go in here in the next couple days. Hopefully, I don't know. They might not put any track in the next couple days because of the holiday, and then we have New Year's Eve quickly approaching. But we might get lucky and another couple pieces will go in. And if that's the case, if they can throw in a couple more pieces, that will bode pretty well when it comes to the opening timeline for this roller coaster. I really hope that they can finish this thing early, and then maybe if we are very, very lucky, we'll be getting the chance to ride this later on next year, maybe this time next year we'll be able to ride it, or maybe a little bit earlier, you never know, maybe during Halloween Horror Nights, which would be incredible. I'm able to enjoy Halloween Horror Nights and ride Fast and the Furious as like a little preview. Heck yeah. I will be totally down for AP previews if it happens around Halloween Horror Nights. It's very doable. It's possible. That is a possibility because they've just done so much already. Switching gears a little bit, here's the other side of the hill, and it's looking the same. I don't really see too much of a difference from the last video. So who knows how much more they're gonna demo. I see some fencing right there, and there's still spray paint on the ground in some sections, so I don't know if all these trees are getting ready to go. I'm noticing some spray paint in here as well. So yeah, it's just kind of one big mystery. The entire project is one big mystery. It could be just an infrastructure thing, or it could be the start of something more grand. And remember, there's still spray paint on the ground by the area where they put the Halloween Horror Nights maze, and a lot of people speculated that had to do with the Halloween Horror Nights haunted house, and I said that it didn't, because they normally don't do that. When they spray paint things on the ground, that means that it has something to do with something that's like already here. So either the Mummy building or something that's in the ground like plumbing or electrical has nothing to do with Halloween Horror Nights. And sure enough, the spray paint is still there and they still haven't touched it. So maybe this all has to do with this. And maybe they'll just level this entire section up until the Mummy building. So these buildings right here, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that because they could relocate all of this. Anything is possible at Universal, and it's funny because sometimes people doubt me and they're like, "No, they're not going to do that, Dylan." Like, how do you know? Look at how much the park has changed in 10 years. And if you would have told somebody 15 years ago that the park was going to look like what it does now, they wouldn't believe you. They'd call you crazy. So this could be anything. This could be the start of something huge, or this could just be another retaining wall to just kind of help with infrastructure. Going to be keeping an eye on it. Really exciting stuff over here. And there's big question marks over here as well with these old sound stages. They could knock all these down and it can become something as well. It does kind of make you wonder if a Halloween Horror Nights haunted house is going to show up in that spot this year, well, in 2025. Because if they do work in this area and it has to do with this project, yeah, they could relocate that spot to somewhere else in the lower lot. Or maybe the Metro sets will make a comeback. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's been a few years since the Metro sets have made an appearance at Halloween Horror Nights. But yeah, it does kind of make you wonder if they are going to start working there, if they're going to completely axe that Halloween Horror Nights location for the time being until they finish up whatever they're doing here. Not too much of the extended queue is being used for Mummy, so that's not too bad of a wait. Usually goes by pretty quick. And here's one more look on the side of the hill. Yeah, it's crazy what a few trees does to the look of something. And then when you take all those trees away, you're like, dang, that's actually a huge piece of land. It's quite large. And here's a look at a very busy lower lot. This is also a really good spot to watch fireworks during the Eve celebration. If you're here for New Year's Eve, yeah, they shoot fireworks right here. So this is a really good spot if you are enjoying the festivities on that day. Let's see how annihilated people are getting on Jurassic World, because this spot is usually where you can see sometimes the boat going a little too fast and then the wave of water just going over the boat. It happens every once in a blue moon. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll catch it on film today. All right, here comes a boat. Let's see. No, they slowed down quite a bit. So that boat successfully made it back out. Sometimes it's like going fast all the way up until here, and then yeah, the wall of water is just like insane. Oh, look, it's starting to clear up. All right. Well, that's pretty. Okay, let's wait for one more, and then we'll make our way back upstairs and take one last look at the coaster before we take a look at some merchandise, as always. But yeah, I've been on it a couple times where it went a little too fast. Okay, that one slowed down. And yeah, like by the time we got right here, just the wall of water was gnarly. But let's go back upstairs. We're getting some cardio in, even though I already went to the gym this morning. We're taking the stairs. I'm going to take the stairs the entire way up. And it was also leg day today, so this is not good. This is a very bad decision. I think there's like 300 steps. We're doing it though. So on my weight loss journey, I still need to get to my overall goal, which will remain a secret. And when I get to that goal, everyone will know about it. Look at how pretty that is, by the way. This is what's cool when it does rain or anything, and then it starts to clear up around the time the sun starts going down. It's like it's 3:18 right now. So the sun's slowly start making its way over there, but look at how gorgeous it all looks. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, this next one's gonna be a doozy. We got this though. Yeah, there's two escalator sections that are a little more hardcore. It's this one and the next one, the biggest ones. The first one and the last one are not bad at all. This one's gnarly. I remember one year during Halloween Horror Nights when I was working it, I think this was 2011, a few of my buddies and I wanted to see one of the haunted houses up in the upper lot on one of our breaks. And the supervisor was like, yeah, you can totally do that, just you gotta be back down here in time for your set. And we're like, okay, we gotta go. So we ran up these stairs, we ran. And I was so tired, because by the time we got to the maze upstairs, which I think was the thing, I was like, I gotta take a 5-minute breather. But we made it, and then after we had walked through the maze, we ran back downstairs and made it. And we made it to set on time. Okay, round 3, here we go. Fight! I'm gonna get the final number, but I think it's like 300 steps to get to the top if you do the stairs. Which, hey, I mean, at your own risk, you should do it. I wouldn't want to do this though after eating a few Simpsons donuts. That would not be good. You might have to run to the restroom after that. Here's a good look at the coaster, by the way, too. It's looking so good. I can't wait. I can't wait for the testing phase. The testing phase is probably going to be one of my favorite parts. I mean, this is great too. I love the build phase, but when this thing is testing and we get to see how dynamic it is, that's going to be really cool. But in the meantime, I just got to try to make it up these stairs. I'm at 230 right now, 230 steps. Almost there. And yeah, I think it's like 300 and some change. Okay, here we go. These are the final steps. So yeah, 285, 290. That's kind of cool how they number them so you know. I think it's been like that for quite some time. See that person almost slipped? You gotta be careful. Gotta be very careful. You gotta hold on. If you're not trained, professional like I am, you can hold on to this. It's okay. Now we're at 315. 345 is the total. We made it. And look at this. This is our little treat. Fast and the Furious coaster track, and a little bit of a sunset action happening. That is the reward. Okay, we're gonna take one more look over here before I start making my way out. I'm gonna run through the Universal Studios store. There's still some crew members over here working on the show building, and there's still some guys down over here working on some concrete. So yeah, overall, really good progress this week, and I love that new section of track that has just popped up. So I'll be looking forward to the next update in the new year. Yeah, 2025 is when I will resume the Universal Studios Hollywood updates. I know it's gonna be a long time from now, a very long time. So hold on, everybody, just hang in there. Updates very, very soon. Okay, let's make our way into the Universal Studios store to see what's going on in here. I'm already seeing the Wicked merchandise that we've already gone over. It's all still available. Have you guys seen Wicked, by the way? I really enjoyed it. I've only seen it once, and I kind of want to see it one more time. I really enjoyed the movie. I think it was really well done. I don't remember these pillows. So maybe these are new. I'm not sure. This could be a possibility. $35. So there you go. And then we have some more Wicked stuff over here. Wow, that is a very loud pullover. You're gonna have to calm down. I get it, you know, but just shh, be quiet. And I feel like everything else is kind of the same. Love the ET stuff. We've already gone over that. ET stuff is always absolutely amazing. And then, of course, they still have a bunch of Grinch stuff, which might go on sale here very, very soon when Grinchmas ends. They might do what they do with Halloween Horror Nights and discount a lot of this so they can just get rid of it. So keep an eye on that. And obviously, I will let all of you know if it does go on sale because I will be here at the park at least once a week. But so far, I'm not seeing any sales, so I don't know. This could be a big hit or miss. Look at this. This is a pretty intense backpack for, it's probably like 90 bucks. Oh no, it's $65. There you go. Of course, you still got all the Harry Potter stuff. I'm a Hufflepuff, by the way. What is your house? Yeah, I'm the Hufflepuff guy. This is all kind of looking the same. I'm really bad with the Harry Potter stuff because I feel like a lot of it just kind of always looks the same. So I don't know what is new and what is older. And maybe some of you at home watching are a lot better than I am right now. Like these have been around for a hot minute, so those are not new. But okay, what is this? Okay. Alrighty then. Well, there's that. whatever that is. Lots of plush available. They have blankets, they have jackets and hoodies. And then over here is all the Minion stuff, which I think is looking the same as well. Oh, okay, look at this popcorn bucket. Is this a popcorn bucket? I think so. Yeah, this has to be a popcorn bucket. I'm trying to figure it out as I go here. Does it say it's a popcorn bucket? But this is a Transformers thing. This has to be a popcorn bucket. I think it is. And if it is, Universal once again killing it with the popcorn bucket game. Oh no, these are. Okay, so there's one down there, there's Minions, there's a Jurassic World one, the Transformers one that lights up. Look at the eyes. Okay, that's cool. And then we have another Minion one up here. And then we have all the Super Nintendo World merch opening up at Epic Universe here very, very soon. And then over in Japan, they opened up their Donkey Kong Country, which looks absolutely amazing. And they're still selling these golden power-up bands for $47, and then they still have the OG ones. Okay, I don't remember this. I don't know what that is, but it's here and available just for you. I'm thinking of getting some sort of boba drink, and the only place you can get that at City Walk now is at Uncle Sharky's Poke Place, which is up by City Food right next to Panda Express and Smash Burger. So I'm gonna go over there and see how much one of those is. If it's too much, I'm gonna just go ahead and go home, because I don't think there's anything else to cover at City Walk. There's really nothing earth-shatteringly different from the last vlog. So yeah, the goal right now is just some boba. If that KTLA news article is true, it is gonna be pretty trippy to see a hotel literally right here. Like, I'm so used to just this, the surface lot, that I just can't comprehend a massive structure that is a hotel right here with a pool and amenities and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be wild if this ends up being true. It's all allegedly, we don't know. Universal hasn't made an official announcement. This is all just rumors and speculation based off of the KTLA 5 thing. But I wonder if they're gonna connect it to the building that's over here, the City Walk buildings, or if it's gonna be its own thing, because there's still enough room to build the hotel and have the access road. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But what a trip that is gonna be. Exciting stuff. Universal's, it seems like they're capable of just about everything. Because like I was saying earlier, if you would have told somebody 15 years ago that the park was gonna look like it does now, they wouldn't believe you. They'd be like, really? I don't think so. I think it's gonna look the same. And nope, it looks totally different. Okay, I've made it to City Food. Shout out to the Panda Express Neon, always looking cool. But yeah, Uncle Sharky should have some boba, and I am wondering which one I want to get. I'm always a fan of the classic milk tea, but maybe, ooh, the honeydew one sounds pretty good. Thai tea's always a classic. Maybe I'll do a Thai tea. Thai tea obtained, that's what I went for. Fun fact, I've actually never had Uncle Sharky's Thai tea before. I usually got my Thai tea here at City Walk at Mini Monster, but as you all know, Mini Monster's closed. It's being converted into a cookie place. So yeah, this might be pretty good. I'm excited. All right, let's see what's going on here with the Thai tea. Ooh, that's good. It's very sweet though, so just get ready for that. But other than that, it's really good. I wonder how much sugar's in this. I mean, not that I have a problem with it. It's very tasty. But now, okay, here's the comparison. Do I think it's better than Mini Monsters? I don't know. It's a close call. I would say right now that they're both equally really good. Because Mini Monsters Thai tea was awesome. But this one's really good too. So right now it's a toss-up. If you were to blindfold me and have me try both of them and be like, which one's gonna be better, I'd say what I'm saying right now. They're both really good. So can't go wrong with the Uncle Sharky's Thai tea. Shout out to Uncle Sharky's. I did not get sponsored by them in this video. I'm just giving them a shout out. And with that, I think that is going to complete the Universal Studios Hollywood vlog. That was fun. Like I've said before, I'm happy that Universal continues to be, aggressive in the industry. And that's why I get so giddy talking about Universal Studios. I think what they've been doing in the past 10 years is insane. They're doing so much. And, how can you not get excited for everything that's happening within the company? It seems like ever since Comcast took over and Brian Roberts became the king of the castle, the CEO of the company, Universal's been doing great. So, I mean, yeah, it's so much fun to watch how aggressive this company is in the theme park division. And we have all the things happening here at Universal Studios Hollywood. They're building the kids park in Texas. They're building the experience in Vegas, the Halloween Horror Nights experience. And then, of course, Epic Universe over in Orlando, Florida. And that's just here in the United States. Then they just opened up Donkey Kong in Japan. They're opening up, I think, a Minions expansion. I believe it's at Universal Beijing. And then I think Universal Studios Singapore has got something going on for it as well. I might have gotten those two mixed up. They might be doing the Minions thing at Singapore. But either way, there's so much growth happening at all of their parks. And you got to applaud it. And I'm just excited to hopefully experience it all. But with that, let's walk back to the car and close it out. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. That helps out tremendously, by the way. Hitting the thumbs up button on the videos, YouTube loves it. So if you did like the video, you totally let me know by doing that. And then also, if you're new and you love these Universal Studios updates or vlogs from some of your favorite theme parks, well, I cover a bunch of them. You should consider subscribing. That would be amazing. That way you can stay up to date on every time I post a new video as well. And be sure to check me out on Instagram and X. Those links will be down below in the description. Until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.